Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon here. It is Monday, July 13th, 2026. We are currently here on planet Earth. And today I want to give you guys a message that hits home to my heart, and a message of encouragement that I hope can touch your heart. The message is on comparison. Comparison. We are all in this journey. We are all doing what we're doing as we're doing. And today I want to talk to you guys about comparison, because I believe we live in a society right now where it is so easy to look at what everybody else is doing, what everybody else isn't doing. And when we look at where other people are, we lose track, we lose focus, we lose gratitude for what is on our path. We live in this digital world of Instagram filters, angles, all of the things that just everybody's highlight reels. And oftentimes, I don't know about you, but you can find yourself going through life watching everyone else's reel like a background character in your own show, your own life. Well, in this message, I encourage you to take the front stage, be the lead character in your own life, and focus on where you're headed. God woke you up today for a reason. The season that you're in is for a reason. The things, the people, the places, the desires of your heart, the work that's right in front of you is there for a reason. But when we compare ourselves to everyone else, when we compare ourselves to the person next to us, the person in front of us, the person even behind us, because that's a form of comparison, the ego loves to compare. Even if you perceive yourself better than somebody, that is a perception. If somebody looks like they're ahead of you, that is a perception. Why? Because they're living their game, they're running their race, and you're running yours, and you're playing your game. Stay focused. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is if you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, am I proud of myself today? Did I give it my all today? In what I'm doing and how I'm living, did I play my best? Was I kind to other people? Did I show up the best that I could in different areas of my life? If the answer is yes, that's all that you have to focus on. 1% better every single day. And you know what? Even maintenance is a progression. If you're just maintaining, that is progress. Why? Because especially, they say until we're born, and essentially we start dying the day that we're actually born into this life. The physical vessel, the physical being starts to die. And so what are we doing to maintain and gain? What are we doing to show up? What are we doing to serve? What are we doing to live? What are we doing to live this present moment to the best of our abilities? That is power. But when we get on Instagram and we start scrolling and looking at what everybody else is doing, that ego comes in, the comparison sets in, and it's an illusion. It's not real. You're looking at pixels on a screen, and it's causing a visceral reaction within yourself. Looking at what everybody else is doing, the other races that everybody else is running, okay? What are we doing here? They're on their path, you're on your path. What matters is, are you in your path? You know, I've heard this say, my great mentor, Byron Katie, she says, your lane, their lane, God's lane. Are we in their lane when we're in their business, looking at their timeline, comparing ourselves to them? Or are we focused in our lane? Because that's the lane that we get to decide. That's the lane that we can control, starting with our perspective. One person wakes up and sees the cloudy skies outside and they say, not another overcast day. Another person wakes up and sees the cloudy skies outside and says, thankful for another day, let's go. They might even enjoy the gloom. The one person is like, gloom is doom, and now they're mentally dragged down by the weather. The other person looks at it and they're like, wow, this is great. And then there's a third person that it's neutral. It doesn't matter what the weather is, they're always content. Doesn't matter what the weather is, they're always happy. Doesn't matter what the weather is, they're always joyful. Doesn't matter what the weather is, they're thanking God for the day, for the opportunity to love, live, give, serve. Who are you? That's the question. Because the weather's going to change from day to day, but is your emotion changing based off of outside circumstances? Are you up some days because everything around you seems great and you feel good in your own skin? Okay, then you're in a good mood? Or are you in a good mood just because you're alive and you're the presence behind the awareness? And that's enough to celebrate in itself. This life is a gift. This life is a gift. But when we run around and we compare ourselves to other people, then we're losing sense of where we are. We're not living in the present moment at that point. We're not even grateful for the kids that are in front of us. We're not grateful for the food that we have. It'll pull you so out of reality, it's not even funny. It's natural. It's time to reprogram. It's time to reprogram. It's time to reprogram, rethink what we're doing, and ask ourselves, how can I find gratitude in this present moment? How can I thank this adversity for being here? Because everything is my teacher. People, places, circumstances, challenges, problems. It's all our teacher. And how can I catalyze this situation into a more productive, better outcome for myself and for everyone else around me and everyone else around you? Because guess what, mamas? The second you get yourself right and the second you get your mind right, now you can help somebody else. Now you can be there as a positive force in other people's lives. But if we're not right, how can we be there for our kids fully? We can act like we are, and we're all actors to an extent. The question is, where is the authenticity of it? Is it coming from a place of authenticity, or is it coming from a place of acting? We can act nice, and how many of y'all can act happy when you're not and act like you're there and when you're not? Okay, just notice. Notice. Notice when you're not acting in alignment to your highest assignment. Is it something you're thinking? I guarantee you it is. Our thoughts are running our lives, and the sad part is most people are walking around thinking that they are their thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. The thoughts that are going on mad all day in your mind are unconscious programming, unexamined, thoughts and things that you've been thinking and believing for the past 10, 20, 30 years on autopilot. We think so many thoughts a day, and they say science has proven that we think exactly the same thoughts that we do today that we did yesterday. It's time for a change. Pattern interrupt. Ask yourselves, where the heck is this thought coming from? Is this thought even true? Is this thought even true? The great Byron Katie taught me that. Ask yourself, number one, is the dang thought true? If it's not, let it go. But so often we let these thoughts just spiral us out of control. Woo, gone. It's time to wake up. It's time to analyze the thoughts that we perceive are running our life. Get clear. Be clear. And start living from a greater place of presence. Analyze your thoughts apart from you. The madness of your thoughts, even when you're in a mood, that's not you. But we think that that's us, and I talk about this all of the time. Allow negative emotions to flow through you. But when you attach to it and you say, I am angry, I am stressed, I am frustrated, I am, okay, congratulations, now you get to keep that. You're now clinging to that as part of you, and how many of y'all know that we fight for the limitations that we get to keep? The limitations we fight for, we get to keep. If I am frustrated, do you see how crazy that is? I am frustrated. Who is the I am that is frustrated? Well, now it's all one. Instead, what I encourage you to do is allow the frustration to flow through you. Allow the irritation to flow through you like water. Allow the anxiety to flow through you. Notice it, welcome it. Don't push it away. This isn't about delusion, denial, avoidance. This is about acknowledging it for what it is, getting curious, asking ourselves, okay, where did this come from? Maybe you're just tired. Maybe your hormones are out of whack because it's that time of month, okay? Maybe you overbooked yourself and you haven't drawn boundaries or put systems in place that can free you, and now you're bogged down to the lack of system, which is now causing you stress? Okay, put systems in place. Put systems in place. Put systems in place. An example is this. I don't know about you, but I'm usually the type of packer, like when I travel, I pack the morning of. Like the flight is in like 4 hours and I'm packing like 2 hours before the flight leaves. Well, this last trip, I decided to try something a little different and pack the night before, put the bags in the car the night before, get ready to go so that all I had to do in the morning was roll and go. I know that working out is important to me. I know that training every day at the gym is important to me. And I wanted to hit the gym at 4 a.m. before our flight at 8 a.m. I knew in order to be able to hit the gym and prioritize what's important to me, I like me better when I work out, I had to plan. But so often we fail to plan, and that's planning to fail. If I had been scrambling around the morning of, packing the last minute, I wouldn't have been able to get that movement in. I would have been stressed out. I got a 7-month-old that I got to get ready, that I get to get ready. Let's correct that. I don't have to do anything. I get to do what we get to do. But so often we say, I got to do this, I got to cook dinner, I got to do the laundry. You get to do the laundry. And do you know how amazing it is to be able to do the laundry? Do you know how amazing it is to have a laundry to actually do the wash? Do you know how amazing it is to have little bodies to fill those clothes that you have? Do you know how amazing it is to have clothes to wear? Okay, but let's go back to where we were going. If I hadn't planned, then I would have been a total mess. And that's where anxiety comes in, and that's where a bad mood comes in. And so my question to you is, where are you playing the part in your bad mood? Where can you take accountability in your bad mood? This is a new day. This moment is a new moment. The past is done. The future hasn't come. This isn't about self-condemnation here and beating ourselves up for what we didn't do or what we should do. It's about looking at this current present moment and asking ourselves, okay, how can I plan to proactively move forward? How can I plan for my success? How can I plan for my peace? How can I plan for my presence? Prioritize what's important to you and protect your peace. What does that mean to you? Is it movement? Okay. Is it yoga? Okay. Is it walking? Okay. Is it time in your Bible, your study, whatever it is? Okay, let's plan it. Plan it and pencil it in. I found myself waking up this morning wanting to frickin' jump on. I deactivated my Instagram for the time being to get present with my 7-month-old. I'm still on YouTube, and I wanted to get on YouTube to check on how to stretch my sciatic, because I was traveling the past 2 days. My sciatic is like flared. It's that nerve that runs from your like ass all the way down to your foot. I was going to say ankle, but I'm pretty sure it goes to your foot. And it was just triggered all day yesterday. And so I get on YouTube this morning to like look at how to stretch this thing properly and rehab it. And I found myself immediately getting sucked in to everybody else's videos, everything else that everybody else is going. And then I saw one of my favorite influencers, and she has new eyebrows, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at her eyebrows. They look so great. And like, how do I get eyebrows like that? And then like all this craziness. When I know the first thing that I do in the morning is I get settled into my spiritual growth. I pray to God, I journal, I thank God for the day. I have a few devotions that I do, a few scriptures that I run, but I found myself getting sucked in. And when we get sucked in, we're out of the present moment. We're out of alignment with our highest assignment, and now we're reactive. And that's how most people start their days. But with awareness, you can protect your peace. That's what I mean by protecting your peace. I exited out quickly and I got back on track. Okay, I know I drink 8 ounces of water right when I wake up. Let's get that water drunk. Okay, great. Now I'm sitting down. I'm opening my Bible. I'm like, okay, let's get back on track. And I was right back on track. But if I had allowed that to spiral me out of control, I would have been reactive the rest of the entire day. Stacy, I see you on here. Great job for being on here today. Welcome. The fact that you're on here tells me that you're a leader, and that's amazing. What are you going to do to proactively protect your peace today, Stacy? What are you going to do to proactively protect your peace today? It's rhetorical. You don't have to answer it right now. Maybe you need to sit with it a little bit too. We don't know the answer. Sometimes we have to get still to get clear. Stillness does speak. Another mentor, Eckhart Tolle, taught me that. Stillness speaks. Get still. What do you need to do to protect your peace? You can do it. Put that plan into action. Put that system into place. Y'all can do this. You do not have to live a life of constant reactivity. I get it. Moods happen because of hormonal changes. I'm going through that time of month myself. I get it. A lot of this stuff is out of our control, but guess what? If we keep saying, oh, it's my hormones, oh, I'm tired because of this, and now we're just like exacerbating the current condition, and now, okay, what's that doing for me, okay? Like, and get up, get moving. That's what I had to tell myself yesterday. I wanted to sleep all day. My hormones were raging. I mean, I'm like fatigued, like to the max. I got up and I just walked for 20 minutes. I usually do 2-hour workouts. I'm like, okay, that's something. The question for you is, what can you do today? That's something. Do it. You can do it. Today's a new day. You don't have to live in yesterday, and guess what? The future hasn't even come. The past is done. The future hasn't even come. So what are you going to do here and now? That is the question. What are you going to do here and now? What can you do here and now? I'll give you an idea. I'll give you one thing you can do. It's an invitation. Breathe. Breathe. Our breath connects us. And that's what I have for y'all today. What can you do? I get it. There's a lot of limitations. People think their age is a limitation. People think their hormones are a limitation. People think that this or that, and I get it, and I'm going through it right now myself. But if we're gonna call out our limitations, let's also call out our strengths. Let's also call out what's possible. Let's not make it worse than it is. It is as it is. Let's not make it worse than it is. You all got this. You all got this. If I can do this, you can do this. Our families are depending on us. Our future families are depending on you. How are you going to show up? At what level of presence are you going to show up? Your presence is your power. Lock in, lock in. This moment is a gift. All in. How are you going to live it? How are you going to give it? These are all decisions. Decisions that we get to make every single day. We wake. We make them when we wake them. We make it when we wake. So what's it going to be? As we close out this session today, I encourage you to be as you are, where you are, as you allow your body to rest or move wherever it is being held. Right now I'm being held by a chair. Maybe you're driving, maybe you're walking, maybe you're laying in bed, maybe I don't know where you are right now. But I'm just sending you some encouragement, and I invite us to a breath, a belly breath, which is a diaphragmatic breath where you hold your belly, you breathe in and you imagine a big balloon filling up, and then you breathe out and you imagine that balloon going down. And as we breathe together, we take a deep breath in. Hold, 2, 3, release. Another deep breath in. Hold, 2, 3, release. And just like that, you can return to this present moment. You can return to your peace. You can return to what is, which is here and now. And then move into the next action with a greater sense of peace, purpose, clarity, and poise. I look forward to talking to you guys on Wednesday. Until next time, take care. Much love. Be well. Bye for now.